Good morning and buenos dias. Welcome to Spain, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. We're back on track after the break week we had last week. So the first one on a lap will be, I think, it will be in Haas of Formula Rai. Thanks, Dembo. Let's see. Yeah, so Formula Rai is the first one on lap. He's burning his battery down into turn 1. He's braking around the 100-meter board into turn 1 and 2. Into the very long right-hander he goes. Completely flat here. He has burned a lot of battery here already, but he does a 21.6 in the first sector, which is really good. Into turn 5 he goes. And it's looking a very strong lap here from the Haas driver. So let's see what he can do. And onto the second DRS straight. He opens up the DRS. What will his sector 2 time be? It's a 51.1. And it's purple, of course, as well, as he is the first drive out on track. And there was a yellow flag somewhere in sector 2. And another one, but that's people letting each other by. And into the final corner goes Formula Rai. He has only a little bit of ERS left. Coming to the line, it's a 13.1. On the mediums though, so really good lap from him. And then it's Alfie Edwards to the line at 13.1 as well. Only on the softs though. And then we have not Shining Swarm. It's XT Storms that just did 2 out laps. So it was a 19.2. Miniman did a 13.6. Then we have a Ferrari to the line. That's Ifni starting his lap. Then we have the other Ferrari of Fred Gamer coming to the line now. He is a bit understeered in the final corner, but it is only a 14.0. There's still a lot of time left in that lap, and Porsche comes 5th with a 14.2. Then we have Jake Gullen starting his lap, and the other Mercedes of Bulldog ending his lap, but he invalidated it. And also this one, so he needs to wait a bit longer before he can do it. And so we have James as well. So let's go on board with, I think, Ifni, who's on the lap now. He is around 40%. Shining Swarm goes P6 with a 15.1. Opens up the DRS into sector 2. This very tricky, very long left-hander. It's really hard to go on the throttle here. Another really long right-hander, and then it's only completely flat to the finish line. And if he still has some battery left, so that's really good for him. He's gonna push the line now. What's gonna be for Ifni? It's a 13.5 for the British driver. So then we have Jay Gunnan on the lap as well. He is going into turn 13, now turn 14 he goes. The tier 4 driver also coming to the line now. It is a 13.8, P5 for him. So then we have Adam X James coming to the line now as well. And it is also P5, and he got that with a 13.7. And so Bulldog is now starting his lap. Let's go on board with him. He's burning a lot of his battery here into turn 1. He hits the apex quite well here. You wanna do that way. It's looking really good for him. A 21.7 first sector. Looking good here for the Mercedes driver. Into turn 5. He goes a bit wide there, but it's looking good. And into 5 and 6. Now flat through 7. He's opening up his DRS and he has a bit of traffic in front. His teammate, and I think he's Aston Martin in front as well. And into the very long right-hander. And he might get a bit of 30-hour slipstream here from the Aston driver. Just a little bit. On into the final corner, and it's gonna be a 30.0, the fastest lap for Bulldog in the session. Very good lap from him as well. So then we have Pris and Ace also on a lap now. I don't know if Jake Gullen is also on one as well. Yeah, for Mariah is reserving for tier 3 this time. Yeah, it is Ace Drift coming to the line first, and Yuri is into the session. It's looking very good here. And he is going into the very long right-hander. Into the final, only 2 corners left for him. It's looking good here. Into the final corner he goes. And what it's gonna be for Ace Drift? It's a 13.7. Also a very strong lap from him. Okay, give me 1 sec, sorry. Sorry, my apologies. That yeah. Yeah. Okay, Nathan is now on his lap into Europa car, and then only 1 corner lap with New Holland. Here comes the league owner to the line. It's gonna be for Nathan. It's a 14.1. And then we only have Yuri, who's just in the session, who hasn't set a lap yet. Further, it's everyone that have set a pretty okay lap. The next one was next to the line. Is it Priz? No, it's not Priz. Edward is on the out lap. It's looking very close here as well in the top 3 with Storms, Formula Rival, who did his lap on mediums. Or softs actually, just I think went quicker with on his new softs. Yeah, I know, ballet. Bulldog in P3, it's looking very close here. Priz, who just got moved up from tier 4 now into tier 3, is also in P4 now. Looking very good from him. And now Bush just did his lap. I think it is Alfie Edwards on the lap now. And he's looking very good here in the first sector. Coming into Repsol. And he is 1.5 tenths up on his time. So he's now already looking around the time of the Bulldogs. So that's really good from him. A bit of a difficult exit here from him. And then into the quick left and right hander. Into Kamsa, and now he's opening up his DRS again, and he's coming with a he lost a bit of time there with a 51.3, so it will be difficult for him to improve, but let's see what he can do into this final sector. Into Europa car again, and then only we have New Holland left, the final corner, turn 14, and it's what's gonna be for Alfie Edwards. And he doesn't improve with only 0.03 of a second. Yes, and then we have NMX James on the lap. He is looking very quick as well. 4 tenths nearly up on his lap. That's a really good lap as it looks for NMX James. Let's see what he can do. Into the final 2 corners he goes. And here he comes into the final corner, the final push, and he does a 13.2, P6 for him, for the Irish driver. Nathan actually invalidated his lap. He was 0.3 up on his lap before, ooh, nearly crashing into the wall there. But he invalidated lap in sector 3, so that's a shame from him. So then we have, oh, Evney goes off. I think he's letting people by actually. So that's all good. I think that is a Red Bull. Ooh, no, it's not a Red Bull. Wait, what can it be? Oh, that's Yudi. Probably, yeah, he's on the out lap. He's going to start his lap now. So let's see what he can do. Yes, here comes the Portuguese driver. And here he comes. He's gonna burn his battery here. You want to burn a lot here to give that extra speed to your car and gain as much as you can. But don't forget to brake on time into the first corner, and he does. He hits the apex really well here. You wanna, and then in turn 3, you wanna keep a really tight line, and he does do that. So it's looking really good for FDR UD. It's a 21.8. That's purple for him. And it's looking very strong from the Portuguese driver for now. And ooh, bit of lag, probably from me. Yeah, apologies from that. And then we into the turn 6 and 7. Okay, no. Into 8. And now it's time for him to open up the DRS. And in there he is. It's a 41.8 for Yudi. Where is he gonna put it? 3 corners to go for him. Oh, okay. They noticed it. Okay. Let's into the final corner. Goes FDR UD. What is it gonna be for him? It's a 13.9. Only P14 for him. But I'm sure there's still a lot of time in it. And I think that was Evney just going quicker. And he did a 12.9, exact same lap as Pris. That's a really close here. Oh, this is gonna be very tight into the main race. Let's see what it's gonna be turning out to be. Oh, that's actually Storms actually to the line. It's a 12.5. He is now nearly 4. He is 4/10 in front of Pris, and now that's Formula Ride with a 12.6. The driver who was at the beginning of the season a full-time tier 2 driver, now into tier 3, and he's looking very strong here. Oh, and there was someone off. I think that was Shining Swarm, maybe? I don't know. That could have been, I think, someone else. I have no idea. It's Minivan who is letting people by. Very good from him. And that's Jagan now on a lap. He is actually 8/10 down up on his lap, and oh, he makes a very big mistake into turn 4. Really shame for him. But I think he has still some time left to go again. So let's hope he can make that, be able to do that with 3 minutes left in the session. So who's the next one to the line? I think Shining Swarm, the tier 4 driver, is on a lap now. So let's go on board with him. Through turn 3 into Rhapsody goes now. He's 3/10 up on his lap, nearly 4/10 as well. There's a really big improvement. Oh, he goes wide out of turn 4. That's gonna be costly for him, but he still didn't invalidate it, so that's lucky for him. And into turn 6 and 7 he goes. He's still burning the battery. And he lifts a bit into turns 8 actually, and then opens up the DRS. And he is still 5.5 up on his lap. He's looking still at around a 14.6 as it is. And here comes Shining Swarm. And into the final corner he goes. What's gonna be for Shining Swarm? A really big improvement in the final sector is a 14.2. Really good lap for him. And then Super Skills, the only one who hasn't set a lap yet, in P17. He is pushing really, as it looks. Yes, he is. And it's gonna be a 21.8 in the first sector. And his teammate is off the track. I don't know what happened there. Might have been a rear look up or his front's giving up. but let's hope it's not too bad for him. And so it's Super Skills being led by his teammates into the very quick right handle of turn 8, opening up the DRS, burning his battery. You want to burn some here with the DRS to give you the extra top speed you need. Coming into turn 12. And it's Pris letting a lot of people by into the final corner. He goes now. New Holland. And what's gonna be for Super Skills? It's gonna be a 13.6, P13 for him, and he's not going to be able to do another lap. So it's everyone's last chance now, who are on a lap. And I think who's gonna be next? It's Chris letting a lot of people by still, and there are a lot of people coming to the line. Ace Claret is one of them in P14. And he has a bit of traffic in front, so he might get some dirty air there. That's Shining Swarm, that's retired and thinks it's enough for now. And it's a 13.9 for Ace Claret. So then we have Nathan on a lap as well in P16. He is 2.5 tenths up actually. So it's looking good for the Williams driver. And he still has some slow drivers ahead. I hope he sees it. And that's NMX James letting him by. And oh, Nathan runs a bit wide there, but what's going to be for F7R Nathan? It's a P14 actually. And it's a okay lap for him, but he can do no more now. So then we have a Aston Martin going to the line. That is Super Skills, but he was finished now. Then we have Fred Gamer to the line. And he's burning his battery here into Europa Car, into New Holland. Here he comes. And what's going to be for Fred Gamer? And it's still P11. He didn't actually improve. And that's Bosch coming to the line. And it's a really good lap from Swedish Drive. P3 with a 12.7. From right didn't improve. Then we have Alfie Edwards who has invalidated it. Ifni did it as well, made a mistake. Jay Gunn is not on the lap. Nathan was done. Then we have Miniman still on the lap. He looks really good here. It's gonna be a 14.0 and he didn't improve. So that is qualifying with XD Storms on pole, Formula Orion second, Porsche third, Bulldog fourth and Pris 5. Really close here in this session. And let's see what the race can bring us. Yes. Yeah, so there it is. Let's see what the race will bring. It's gonna be really tight here. The whole race. I'm very sure about that. It's so fair, so competitive league as well, and the whole stairs is just so packed. And it's actually Storms, the British driver, who takes pole position. And we have the Irishman of Formula Ride, then Poach, Bulldog in P4, Pris in P5, Ifni P6. Then we have Alfie Edwards in P7, Ace Drift P8 in the kicks out, but then we have NMX James in the Williams, Jay Gullen P10, Fred Game 11, Yuri P12, Miniman P13, 14 Super Skills Nathan, Claret, and Shining Swarm ending up the grids. It's going to be very interesting here in what the strategy is going to be. It's if are people going for overcut, undercut, or maybe even a two-stop. Oh, and it is raining actually. That is very surprising here. That the drivers have practiced that, because it's very difficult to drive in the wet. And it's no ghosting as well, so it's gonna be carnage into turn 1 and probably the whole race as well. So let's see what the drivers will bring us. Wait, do we have formation up? If anyone can help me with that. Apologies. I didn't know. Okay, thanks Nathan. Yeah, just making sure because of tier 1, so thanks. Oh my G. Yeah, the strong chants are there. Oh, and there it is. There are the drivers, and yes, there goes XT Storms, and everyone I think will be on the intermediates. Not that. Yeah, I think everyone is on the intermediates. Yes, it is. So it's not wet enough for the full wets, but it is time for the inters. So no surprising stuff here yet. And oh, I think Fred and Yuli had a collision, I think, into turn 1 and probably crashed together, which caused them to DSQ, which can be helpful, but mostly it is not, as you can't warm up your tires like you would have wanted, but it is what it is. It's stupid that it happens sometimes. And so it's really packed here, it's really busy. People don't want to crash into each other, and actually XT Storms is pushing like he is already driving nearly, only without DRS. And people are struggling here in the back. You see that they are struggling to pull this off, but let's see what they will do into turn 1. Bit of weaving to just get the tires up to 10th. It's Efni sort of holding up the pack here compared to the rest of the grid, but it's alright. If he wants to warm up his tires like that, it's all good. It's a really strategic strategy, because the people in front of him will be having problems with the tire temps because they need to stand still for much longer. So that's probably a very smart move from Efni here. And so we have already XT Storms now going into his grid slot. Yeah, Sunny Ace. Efni, the new Sunny Ace. And so yeah, there it is. Ooh, and actually XT Storms and Formula I didn't park well into their grid slots. Ace Claret does the same, only Shining Swarm now going to his grip position. I have no idea, Nimble. So okay, there we go. It's time for the first one of today, the first race, and it's gonna be lights out, and away we go. And everyone looks to have a very good start here, and it's looking very clean for now. And XT Storms is ahead by a mile already, and Porsche has a really good start as well around the outside. Oh, that's the Mercedes in the middle of the pack, going very deep there. I hope no one has damage from that side on their side pod. But it's looking very clean here for now. And so we have XT Storms leading in the first lap, and it's Miniman fighting at the back with Nathan for P15. The final points of this here you can get. Points are from P1 to P15, and it's Pris and Jay Gullen going at it each other. Into turn 6 and 7 they go, and it's Pris that comes out in front. Oh, bit of bit of a collision there, and if he goes around the outside in turn 8, and he is up to P2, but XT Storms is leading the race by a mile already with 1.3 seconds out. So the drivers need to catch up very quick if they want to have a chance still of winning this race. Although it's still a very long race to go. And still, it looked like it was a very clean first lap. And that's Shining Swarm who's through on Miniman. And that is XC Storms with the fastest lap. And actually, Formula E seems to be losing some pace here compared to Evney, who is already 9 times back. He might have made a mistake there. And I think that is... that's NMX James on Alfie Edwards. Bit of wheel banging there, but it looks very nice for now. And Alfie with a mistake there. And that is Bulldog also taking up a place. And so Alfie Edwards was 2 positions in 2 corners. So we have the 2 teammates, the Kick Saubers also fighting with each other. And so Alfie Edwards is going back again on Bulldog. And a bit of a slide there out of turn 5. Into turn 6 they go. And a bit of slide there as well from Bulldog. And it's Evney actually sort of having the same pace as XC Storms here. And Formula E is actually losing a lot of pace or leaking it a bit compared to the front runners. But still he has a gap of 1.2 seconds to the Porsche behind him. So that is Nathan and Yudi going at it. And Yudi is going up the inside. Nathan tries to go around the outside, but that doesn't work. And that is actually Super Scales who is through on Fred Gamer. And that is, I think, Shining Storm will had a little look on Nathan. And that is Super Scales who made a mistake coming out of the final corner. And so Fred Gamer is through again. So you have Jay Gunner very close on the back of Porsche. Porsche trying to keep him behind as much as possible. And I think that was Nathan making a mistake maybe. He lost a lot of time there in 2 positions as well. And so we have Briz. He's off the track. And he needs to rejoin it safely. Ghosting us off. And so he loses a lot of positions. And that's Jay Gullen actually going up the inside of Porsche into turn 6, all around the outside. Jay Gullen is really sliding there, and it's a really good performance already from Jay Gullen, the tier 4 driver, looking very strong here. And so he's up into P4. Let's see if he can catch Formula E here. And that's NMX James and Bulldog actually looking for it. And that is a Kicksau and a McLaren sort of tire hooking there. But they kept it clean sort of and didn't lose too much time to Bulldog ahead. And it's still very close in the whole pack here. And I think that was Priz going wide. Priz has front wing damage. He's going into the pit lane. That's very early. But probably with the front wing damage that isn't helping him. It's really a good option to do. But the race isn't over for him yet. So he might be back soon into the pack. Okay, and so Evney has catched up to XC Storms actually. He is gaining a lot of time. XC Storms might be struggling here on those mediums, inters, sorry. But it's looking very good from him. And yeah, so that is NMX James going around the outside of Bulldog. Bulldog actually paused, sorry. And so he is through around the outside. Very good move from him. The Williams driver through on the V-Corp. And also I think that's Alfie Edwards trying to look on Bulldog. Maybe you want to have a better exit here. He does. Is he going to use the slipstream and go up the inside here? Yes, he does. He goes later on the brakes. He touched the rear left of the Mercedes, but he's keeping it clean still. And so they are struggling there. A bit of a snap there from Alfie, and nearly took out Clarence with him. But it's still really good here. And you see the drive struggling here. You see the rear stepping out everywhere. But that's also how driving in the rain works. And that is now on lap 5 now. We are now on lap 5. And that is Fred Gamer actually going on up the inside of Ace Drift here. or into Repsol, and he is through on the kick Sauber. Very good move from him as well. And I think that's Ace Claret a bit looking there, a bit slidey as well. And I think Bulldog actually is actually pushing even more to get past Porsche, who is losing a lot of time to NMX James. He seems to be struggling. I hope he doesn't have any damage or so. And so that's looking really good. People are going to cool the tires already. You see them going off the line to make sure they can cool the tires. And oh, that's Ace Claret sort of going for the switchback. But Alfie Edwards is making sure he stays behind. And oh, a bit of a touch there from Ace Claret. But they're keeping it clean for now. And oh, bit of a slide there. And so Alfie Edwards stays in P8. And now he might be looking to push and get Bulldog, who are both pushing their ERS. But Alfie Edwards seems to have a bit more battery, but he needs to stay behind for now. I think he needs to focus on those exits, as it looks like Bulldog is running way lower wings than him. So let's see how this turns out. Oh really, Adam? I don't know. Trying to focus a bit on the action. But good to know. That's really weird. Thanks, Adam. I'm trying my best. So it's still Bulldog who is now makes a mistake actually. Don't want to make the commentator's curse be a thing now. Alfie Edwards going around the outside there to turn 8. What a move from him. Really good move here into P7. And Bulldog is looking up the inside. It's Ace Claret going around the outside. Oh, and he slots in behind. He needs to think better of it. And think about there's still a lot of laps left. And where he can overtake Bulldog. Oh, it's still Ace Claret very close under the rear wing of the Mercedes driver. Into slipstream, but Bulldog seems to have a bad exit. Ace Claret needs to push a lot now, but I think Alfie Edwards is a bit saving here. So Bulldog is going up the inside here into turn 1. But Alfie Edwards has a much better line and keeps a lot of more mid-corner speed and stays in front. And Bulldog goes a bit wide actually to go around the outside of Alfie Edwards, but that caused Ace Claret to go through. Oh, and it's Alfie Edwards sliding there as well a bit. And actually Ifney is very close to actually Storms here. He's not going to look up at the inside yet, but it's looking very close. And so there's being a lot of overtakes and battles here in the first couple of laps of this race. So both the Ferrari and the Alpine sliding there actually, and Bulldog picks up his first 3-second penalty. So into the final 2 corners they go, and it's very close here between the top drivers, and actually Storms looking a bit slidey there. Both. Whoa, what a snap from Ifney, but it's good. It's crazy that how he saved that. Now there comes Ifney. He has a lot more battery than actually Storms. He's going around the outside, and that is Ifney into the lead of the Grand Prix. And it's looking very good here from Ifney. He has a lot more pace than actually Storms. Let's see if he can pull away now from actually Storms. And that's Ace Drift being passed by FDR Udi. Both drivers seem a bit slidey there as well. And you hear the traction control of Ace Drift, and that's Chris with the fastest lap, who's now only 17.7 seconds behind Nathan. So he's catching a lot, but it's probably not. It's gonna be tight if it's gonna be enough for him. And so we have Formula Rive, who's actually 3 seconds back. Oh, and he's like driving like he's driving a rally car here. You saw that coming out of that corner of turn 8. he's using actually a lot of the track to be as quick as possible. Yeah, the racing is great at him, for sure. And so you have super skills, really close to the back of SRL Bulldog. He might be looking around the outside, but Bulldog blocks him off. Really good defense here from the Mercedes driver, who has a bit of a disadvantage with that 3-second time penalty, who he needs to serve at the end of the race. And so here comes super skills into the slipstream. Is he going for the move? Yes, he does. Or he slots in behind for now. He thinks better of it. Still 24 laps to go, so I think that was a better idea from him to do. And yeah, this F7R actually pulling away here from actually Storms. Actually Storms is really struggling to keep up, as you don't have DRS of course in the rain. And yeah, that makes it more difficult to stay behind with the dirty air as well. So I think actually Storms might want to save his tires a bit more and think about second stint, if there's going to be a second stint. Oh, that's Fred Gamer picking up a penalty as well. So we have already 2 drivers with penalties. Well, we're probably gonna see even more during the rest of the race. And so we have Porsche really still struggling on the tires, and oh, that's Alfie Edwards, just a bit of a slide there. Ace Claret is managing to keep a bit more corner speed. He's having a bit of a better exit here, but I think Alfie Edwards is running a bit lower wing than Ace Claret, which made him stay in front for now. Pardon. So yeah, Porsche went a bit deep there. And oh, you see them sliding into turn 3. And I think that's Alfie Edwards on the inside of Porsche. Is he going for it? No, he slots in behind and thinks better of it for now. Is he going for the exit, the tight line? It's sort of working. He's still side by side with Porsche. Around the outside of turn 5 he goes. Turn 5, yeah. And he is through. And so let's see if Alfie can catch up to Animax James, because Porsche lost a lot of time there. And Ace Claret now has a 3-second penalty as well. Oh, and he goes wide again. I think Porsche might be struggling with his tires here. You've seen him slide a lot in the last couple of laps. So let's see if he needs to pit soon or not. Yeah, Adam, for sure. Some beautiful overtakes here from a couple of drivers. It's gonna be very close with the overtake of the week. Who is going to get it? But I'm sure there are a couple in here as well, for sure. And so that's Animax James really close to Jay Gullen here. Oh, goes a bit deep, but he keeps it clean now. And you want to get a better exit here if you want to get past. And oh, Jay Gullen goes for the wider line. He's struggling a bit on the exit. He actually has front wing damage. And that is... Oh, and Animax James go really opportunistic on the inside. And he doesn't get any room nearly from Jay Gullen. And he has lost a bit of time there. That was not what he wanted. It was a really opportunistic move. Let's hope he can be able to catch up pretty soon. And you see how much Porsche is struggling here. He's already 1.7 seconds back of Alfie Edwards, who has a lot more pace. And oh, that is Bulldog, that's right, there's a crash as well. And that is a VSC, I think, I don't know with who it was, but I think Bulldog crashed into someone, somewhere around Fred, maybe, but I have no idea. And so that's the first VSC of the day, and we're on 1/3 of the race. So yeah, that's the first VSC, and that's actually Storms and F7R already going into the pits. A really smart move. I think that's Good move. You think so, Nimble? Oh, and that's actually from Orion. Jay Gullen staying out. I think Ifni thought, yeah, it's gonna save me time, so it's gonna be better. But he's still, I think, around how many seconds back of Formula I? It's still 9 seconds. So that's gonna be very. Whoa! And that is Animax James. That's off. Whoa! That was a really big snap. Don't know what happened there. It's getting drier for sure. And I think the Inters are going to be struggling even more, and Animax James needs to go into the pit lane for sure. It's a really shame from him. And he is looking not as quick as he was earlier. And he is letting Ifni by. It's a really shame. He was looking so good earlier in this race. And oh, he goes wide and and he goes into the wall again. I think there's something wrong maybe with his controller or steering wheel. This is not looking good at all. That was really unsafe a bit. He nearly crashed into Miniman there. And he's back up again. He is driving. He needs to be very careful here. Not to crash into others. He's probably just going to make it back into the pit. And oh yeah, he lost his whole front wing actually, so he needs to be careful. But yeah, don't forget to remember guys, ghosting is off. And I expect Animax James going into the pits now. Yes, he does. Oh, and he goes deep and into the wall again. He nearly loses his tire there. Whoa, and he scrapes the wall a bit as well there. But it's probably gonna be difficult for Animax James to continue this race. And so Ace Carrot is into the pit lane as well, on new tires. Would have been better maybe for him if he pitted under the VSC as well. But yeah, it is what it is. And it's a really shame for Animax James with that front wing damage. It's not his race for now. We only have 6 drivers who haven't pitted yet, but it's looking like the new tires are very quick. See how quick Ifni is actually gaining on Formula I and Jay Gullen. It's only 7 seconds between Formula I and Ifni. So you see the difference between the new tires and the old tires. And I think at this pace it's looking like Formula I might be trying to do a one stop. Because I'm not sure if he can make it with another 20 laps to go. Is he? It's not Dirt 5 though, or WRC as a game. So yeah, Ifni is catching very quick here. It's looking very good. And so that's Shining Swarm into the pit lane now as well. You don't want to pick up a 10-second penalty. I have no idea if it's going to be dry soon. It's still raining a lot, so it's difficult to say. And that's Super Skills with the fastest lap. And so it's Fred Gamer, Super Skills, and actually Priz work being in a group together. And they are really a bit slide there of Super Skills, who just got the fastest lap of the race, so he does have the pace to do this. So he might be passing his teammate soon. He's catching up quick. It's only 3/10 now. Oh yeah, that's Priz probably letting his teammate by. Yeah, really good teamwork here from the Aston Martin team. So, that's Priz with another slap again, and there comes Fred the Gamer. And he goes on around the outside into turn 8. Oh, he cuts off a bit. Cuts off Priz a bit there. But he keeps it clean and he's into P10. Fred Game is actually looking very quick here on those new tires. He is 8/10 up on his last lap, on the quick lap he has done in this race yet. And that's Porsche, still a bit going wide there. You see him struggling here in the wets. He was looking very quick on the drives, but don't forget we still have 4 drives that still need to pit. So Porsche is still in the provisional P4. And that's Ace Claret with the fastest lap of the race. I think there are a lot of drivers that are very quick here and are able to be are going to be catching up to the guys who haven't pitted yet soon, or at least gain a lot of time. Because as it looks, I think it's around 20 seconds, 24 maybe, for people to pit. So if Formula Rai pits now, same for Jay Gunn, they're gonna be around Nathan actually. Or maybe even in front. It's going to be very close. And so we're nearly halfway now. And we have a Formula Rai leading this race. The Tier 3 reserve for this race. And he's looking very quick. And oh, that's actually Mini Man with a mistake. And that's Formula Rai into the pit lane. I think he is going for the one stop, as he is now nearly with the halfway point. I think he is going to go on a new set of inters and trying to make it till the end now. And that is FDR Uding through on Shining Swarm. Really good move there from Udi. And oh, it goes a bit deep there in this corner. You see that Udi is struggling to find the correct lines, but I'm sure he is learning every lap. So let's have a look at the standings. It's actually Animax James leading in the standings, who is down to P16, so that's a really shame. And the MV is not racing now, so that's gonna be good for NMX James for now. He knows he needs to stay racing to keep up, to get those points that he needs. And that's Ace Claret through on Pris. Oh, and that's a really good move from Ace Claret. And that's Alfie Edwards on his new tires getting past Nathan. Nathan is struggling on those old tires. He might want to pit very soon, because it's not looking like it's getting dry. It's somewhere near. You see him struggling. And you see Alfie Edwards actually pulling away like a menace. And don't forget, it's Ifni now into the lead with actually Jay Gunn behind him, who's still on those old tires. And that's Miniman into the pit lane. And I think Nathan might go soon as well. Yes, I think that's Nathan in. Yes, that's Nathan into the pit lane. So we have still Jay Cullen on the only one who hasn't pitted yet. On those 16 lap old intermediates, who is 3.2 seconds back of Ifni. So yeah, it's really surprising that he hasn't pitted yet, because he's gonna lose a lot of time now to the people who were really close behind him. It's gonna be close for those who pitted under the VSC Nimble. It's they are now 5 laps. They still need to go 16, so it's gonna be around 21. So I think it is going to be very difficult, or you need to save your tires a lot. And maybe FD is going to be able to pull that off, but otherwise you always have Formula Rai who's ready to pick up some points. And he is actually pushing here for those for that fastest lap as well, maybe. And that is Super Skills through, getting passed by Fred Gamer, and that is finally Jake into the pit lane as well. It took a long time, but he now has the advantage of the brand new intermediates. And so Fred Gamer is still needing to make sure Super Skills isn't going for it, and Super Skills seems to be cooling his tires here on the wet part of the track to make sure his tires doesn't overheat, and maybe being able to make the island of the race. And so it's Pris in for his second pit stop of the race. And so we have Ifni leading, Axie Storms 8 seconds behind, and that's a big gap between Ifni and Axie Storms. Then we have Formula Y, who pitted really late compared to the others, and he's 13 seconds behind. It's gonna be very close for Ifni if he pits now, if he's gonna be in front or behind Formula Y. But he's probably gonna wait till like lap 25 before he pits or so, because you want to have those newer tires. So Jay Gullen is actually looking really quick compared to Alfie Edwards here. He's gaining a lot of time. You see the time going down pretty quick. It's 2.1 seconds. You see that he is very good in the second sector. And it's again the Porsche train, like Fernando Alonso-esque, and Porsche is doing it here again. And I don't think he's doing this time on purpose and all. That's Fred Gamer with a bit of a snap there. Porsche is cooling his tires. And I think Porsche is going to do the Alonso strat here, to keep the people behind. Oh, and a bit of slide there was again for Porsche. But he's keeping Fred Gamer behind, who is really eager probably to make a move. Fred Gamer gets the better exit than Porsche, but he needs to stay behind for now. And so you have the beautiful camera here, all in the pit, in the cockpit cam, and he's going around the outside. Fred Gamer here of Porsche. And well, that's Super Skills trying to have a look here on the Ferrari driver. But he says no, thank you. And so we still have Porsche in P6, and then pretty close Fred Gamer, Super Skills, and Ace Claret actually catching up as well, who nearly went off there in turn 8. It's looking a really strong performance from the Kick Saubers here, with being in P9 and P10. I think that's the, yeah, and actually the Ferraris are in P1 and P7, so that's a really strong performance as well, and really good for the constructors. And so that's Fred Gamer picking up another time penalty. That is not good for him, and actually Ifni is gaining on Formula Y. Although Formula Y is on the newer tires, Ifni is still being able to pull away. It's now 24 seconds between Ifni and Formula Y, while it was a few laps back. It was 21 seconds, 21 laps. That would be the whole race. And that is Miniman through on me. Oh, actually made a mistake. I thought Uni made a move. Thought that will happen there. Maybe they went off together, so let's hope that wasn't the case and it was a mistake on his own. And is that actually... no, that wasn't someone off track, sorry. So yeah, the caps are starting to form here. We still have the Porsche train being on. And yeah, Fred Gamer is a bit struggling here to keep up, as it seems to be. Might have wanted to back out a bit to save his tires a bit more. And think, I can't pass him now, he's too good in defending and needs to stay in front. And so that's NMX James through on the tier 4 rifle of Shining Swarm. And NMX James knows he needs to make a lot of moves soon. He's now 4.8 seconds behind of Miniman. And so there is Fred Gamer is actually losing a lot of time compared to Porsche. Porsche has found his pace finally, and he's catching up quick, pulling away quick from Fred Gamer. Or Fred Gamer might have some problems with his tires and thinks that he needs to save a bit more, which isn't a really bad idea. So yeah, we still have Super Skills and Ace Claret really close at the back. of Fred Gamer, and then we have Jay Gunn catching up to Alfie Edwards. And Jay Gunn, don't forget, is on 6 laps newer tires, and that's Ace Clary through on Super Skills. I think Super Skills might have made a mistake there, and that made Ace Claret go through on him. And it's actually, the field is really far apart mostly. You have the Alfie Edwards and Jay Gunn fighting for P4. And then Fred Gamer with Ace Claret and Super Skills. And Super Skills is going into the pit lane. Oh, and he is out! He goes too deep and he is out of the session. That's a safety car. Oh, and that is really good for Ifni and XC Storms. That's a really shame for Super Skills, who was having a really strong performance here. What a shame. So unfortunate from Super Skills. Don't forget, now with the DNF of Super Skills, everyone is going to be able to score points. That is, as the points go down to P15, and everyone is going into the pits for sure. As it's only 12 laps to go now, and it's going to be like 10 laps till the end. I'm wondering what Ifni might do. And actually Nathan is staying out. Yeah, it's not crazy as he is on 4 lap all tires. And so is Ifni going in or not? Yes, he is. Here comes Ifni is going in. Now the question, is XC Storms going in? He should go in, as he has a big enough gap to Formula I. So he won't be losing track position if he pits. It's gonna be a dilemma for Formula I actually, if he wants to pit or not, as he has a lot of people very close behind him. So XC Storms actually stays out for some reason. I expected him to pit, and he actually comes in front of Ifni. But it's gonna be really difficult for XC Storms, because don't forget, it's still 10 laps till the end, so he's gonna need to save his tires. And that is Jake Gullen staying out as for now. And so we have Formula I, Alfie Edwards, Bosch, Ace Claret and Fred Gamer coming into the pit lane. I think, did they overtake each other? I don't know. And that's Super Skills leaving the session. And everyone is going on to brand new intermediates. Actually, Animax James is going into the pits as well. He might be looking to come out again around Nathan, maybe. Shining Swarm, as it looks. So Animax James is back into the fight. And that's really good for the championship leader. And so yes, there is the safety car. It's now going to be just waiting before the drivers catch up, and then it's time to go racing again with the restart. I think it's still a big of a gamble from XC Storms here with those 11 lap old tires. And because nearly everyone is on new tires, only Nathan who is on 6 lap old, Miniman with also 6, Jake Gunner with 5, and XC Storms with 11. Oh, that is Ifni. Oh, XC Storms is actually going in. That's really late. Ifni crossing the pit lane for some reason. Don't know what happened there. Did he have... He has front wing damage. I think XC Storm, no, Jake Gullen and Ifni might have had a collision. What is actually the penalty of XC Storms? That's a 3-second penalty. So like that. So that's Miniman and Fred Gamer. I didn't know what happened there, how they took each other. I think Fred Gamer might have just passed him on a mistake. And so yeah, we have Jake Gullen in P4 now. I think it was a better choice for him as well to go in. And I see also front wing damage there. I think there's a big chance that Jake Gullen and Ifni had come together when Jake Gullen tried to go into the pit lane. And Jake Gullen is actually pushing really hard to catch up to the safety car again. which is actually no reason for. You want to save a bit of the tires as much as possible, or you want to get a bit of tire temp. It's also possible. So in the constructor standings we have Alpine leading with 116 points. Then we have Williams second with 113. Then we have Aston Martin 108. V-Carb 107. McLaren also close still with 96. And then we have a bigger gap to Mercedes and Kick Sauber, who are on 79 and 76. And then we have Haas, Red Bull and Ferrari. So if he is going to be able to keep this position, and Fred Gamer also being able to score points, they are gonna double the points that they had before this race. So that's a big improvement from the Ferrari drivers. And so XD Storms is gonna bring with those points a big help to NDMV, and I think, who is the other Alpine driver? Oh yeah, that's Corilla, who is in the other Alpine. So it's gonna be very good here. Oh, and that is actually Super Skills with a donate. That's really nice from you, Super Skills. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Sorry I didn't notice, guys. My apologies. And I think that was Nathan trying to let NMX James by, actually. Maybe. Not sure. I think Nathan knows it's very important for NMX James to gain as many positions as possible with only 8/7 laps to go. Oh, and there's actually safety car in this lap. Wow, so it's gonna be really close here. So it's gonna be XD Storms who is going to lead us into the sort of sprint of this race. Ifney behind him with the front wing damage he didn't want to have. When is XD Storms going? And he's actually trying to go already, I think. No, he's gonna wait. No, he is actually going already. I don't know what Formula I is doing there at the back, but it's 1.9 seconds already. It's a really big gap. Don't know what happened there. If he had like the throttle glitch, but which can be possible. Then you have Jake on the inside of him. Oh, he goes later on the brakes and he goes in front of Formula I and into the podium positions he goes. And so Ace Claret is looking for a move as well, but he needs to stay behind, and that's NMX James into P12, and he is free on Shining Storm, and it's Alfie Edwards picking up his second or first penalty. His first penalty, and so he's going on around the outside of Miniman. Oh, Miniman was nearly putting his front wing next into the wheel of Alfie Edwards, but he managed to avoid that. So it's still XD Storms leading. Then we have Ifney still in still third. Oh wait, whoa. I don't see it. Yeah, second with 3/10 behind. Then you have Jay Gullen, Formula Rive, who has still Ace Crowd very close on the back of him. Porsche, Fred Gamer, Alfie Edward, Miniman, Yudi, Ace Drift, NMX James, Shining Swarm, Prius, and Nathan. And so Jay Gullen sets the fast lap of the race. Is Ifney going for a move here? He goes later on the brakes. XD Storm's trying to go around the outside. He goes off and he crashes into Ifney. And Jay Gullen picks up the pieces and he is into the lead of the race. The tier 4 driver into the lead with only 6 laps to go. The underdog here going for the moves. And oh, if he is struggling, he might be pissed because of that collision with Axie Storms. He probably is. Did Axie Storms pick up any damage? No, he didn't. So that's good for him. So it's still actually everyone nearly in the frame. Only Shining Swarm who is out, who is 1.1 seconds behind. Then you have Priz and Nathan who is in P15. And so it's looking like Axie Storms is trying to copy what Push did earlier in this race with the typical DRS, the typical train that we had earlier, and it's Ifney who is very close again. Here comes Ifney, he's burning his battery, so is Jay Gullen, but Jay Gullen has a lot less of battery. So here comes Ifney, and Formula Rai is through on Axie Storms, and that's Nathan out in the pit lane. I think he crashed maybe into the wall. Whoa, that's I think he went off. Oh, another safety car, so it's gonna be a 2-lap sprint probably to the end now. I don't expect anyone to pit really, so I expect the safety car to come in like in 2 or 3 laps time. What happened, Nathan? So let's look at the pants though. And it is 3 seconds for Formula Rai, 3 seconds as well for Axie Storms. Ace Claret with 6, Fred Gamer with 6 as well, Alfie Edwards with 3, and Miniman with 3 as well. So it's gonna be really hard for them to keep those positions with those penalties, as it's gonna be a really short sprint till the end. And with the pack being so close already, so it will be a bit more laps now, but no one is gonna pit. There's no reason, they are on very new tires. It's only Axie Storms who is on 16 lap old tires, so it's good for him actually with this safety car, as it's gonna be giving a bigger chance to keep this position. And so yeah, people are trying. Oh my days, sorry. Whoop. Yeah, I can't see like what I'm doing at the right in that menu with the chat popping up there, but it's okay. So apologies if I do that wrong sometimes. So yes, it's a really entertaining race. This has been really good. And it's only, it's not really the longest race, but I think the rain really helped here. Oh, and that's actually the front wing of NMX James who crashed into Yudi. I hope he will be able to get that removed if Yudi didn't break check in. Oh, and NMX James goes into the back of him again. It is really not the race of NMX James. So let's see and let's hope that it's not too much of damage and all. Yeah, it's gonna be surprising what Jake Gullen will do here. The tier 4 driver as a reserve, now nearly going for the win here. I think it's gonna be probably in next lap the safety car, although everyone's catched up, or he needs to go now and really quick. But I don't expect that to happen. Ah, guys, you ain't gonna gamble on a race now. No, don't. Oh. So yeah. Yeah, I think NMX James might get his pen removed. Yeah, I think so, Jan. I don't know why, but... It is what it is. So we have only, it's gonna be 3 laps of racing as it seems to be, with lap 31, 32 and 33 still being, that's gonna be after the safety car is going into the pit lane. I think if he's trying to warm up his tires the best he can. And don't forget, with that front wing damage, Jake Gooden has really strong chances to get him. Off-road, don't pull the 6-7 here. Please don't. Okay, don't want to go into that again. Oh. Yeah, so the drivers are looking good. Warming up their tires. I think, did anyone pit actually in the safety car? No, no one did, for sure. And yes, there it is, safety car in this lap. So it's Ifni weaving around a bit to just get those front tires a bit more grip. You might want to do a bit of a few burnouts to get there a bit for those rear grip to have the good restart he wants. So here we go, the final 3 laps of this race. Oh, that was Jake nearly into the back of him. Is that Fred Gamer? No, okay. I have the idea people are probably next to each other somehow for some reason, but FD is going really slow, so it's difficult for the drivers to make sure they don't go too early. Jagun is going to be careful, and oh, there goes FD, and Jagun is really smart here to stay to keep up, and he needs Formula I to stay behind. And oh, that's actually Porsche that left the session. Need to get him in pretty soon as possible. Porsche, here you go. Oh, that's a really shame for Porsche. Oh, and that's XC Storms getting having a collision with Ace Claret. And so it's from a right, who's really close to Jake Gunn, and if he is able to pull away from Jake Gunn here, it's James into P9, and it's really sort of demolition derby nearly there at the back. Oh, and he goes here for a different line to get past Bosch, who is losing a lot of time here, and NMX James goes up to Mystic into turn 6 and 7, he's through and he's into P8. He needs to catch up quick so he can get those advantages of the penalties of the drivers ahead. Okay, sorry. Okay, so there goes the V-Carbs, and it's Yuri through on Porsche, and all Porsche is going a bit slow, and that's Miniman who's going really slow as well. All the drivers are struggling here at the back. It's looking very clean for now. And oh, that is Press going around the outside of Press of Miniman. And there's yellow flag, but that's probably the glitch. And so we have Ifni leading by 1 second into the final 2 laps of this race, and Porsche is falling back a lot here. I think he might have some problems, maybe front wing damage. Yes, he does. He has front wing damage. His ring end plate on the right side is gone. And so you have Ace Cloud really close on the back of Yudi. Actually, NMX James has catched up really quick to the guys ahead. It's just XC Storms is holding them up so much. It's 1.8 seconds between Formula I and XC Storms. I think that was Shining Swarm going through on Miniman. And so yeah, it's a really good race here. And oh, I think that was Fred Gamer going wide. Yes, he went wide. You saw the gravel on the tires. And that is Miniman and Shining Swarm going at it again. Shining Swarm is staying behind for now. He knows there's still 1 straight. And it's only 1 lap left for Ifni to achieve that win. Jake Gunn is 1.5 seconds back. He might stay better off it and make sure Formula I stays behind, and so he doesn't make any mistakes. He's also low on battery. And there's Porsche. He's back in. Oh yeah, that's why Porsche lost a lot of places. He was of course in AI. That was the reason. Apologies. So yeah, it's this is the final lap. So yeah, ooh, and that's Axie Storms being passed by Alfie Edwards. Really good move here from Alfie Edwards. Axie Storms is trying his best. I know that's NMX James going on the inside of Fred Gamer. And Max James keeps the tight line and he's thrown Fred Gamer into P7, goes the Williams driver. Oh, and he goes into the back of Axie Storms. Now Fred Gamer is having a look there into turn 6. But he thinks better of it and stays behind. Oh, and NMX James is really trying his best to get past. Axie Storms here was having a really good race, but it's so unfortunate for him with those older tires. He made a strategic mistake, but he can't change it for now. But it is gonna be Ifni who is going to win this race. He's leading by 1.3 seconds. It's a really strong performance here from Ifni. Never nearly made a mistake, and it is Ifni who wins the Spanish Grand Prix. It's Jay Gullen second, Formula Right third, Ace Claret 5th actually, Alfiat 4th, Yuri up to P5, and NMX James going down a lot because of that 10-second penalty. It's Ace Claret in P6, Axie Storms in P7, and that was the race. What a wonderful race it was. Yuri into P5. Okay. What a race. Let's see. So yeah, Ifni, Jay Gullen, Formula Rai, Alfie Edwards, FDR Yuri in P5. Then you have Ace Crowd in P6, XT Storms in P7, Pris P8, Ace Drift P9, Fred P10. Shining Swarm 11th, 12th is NMX James, Miniman is P13, 14th is Porsche, 15th is Nathan, 16th Super Scales, and F7R Bulldog is 17th. Really good race here. Ooh, what am I going to give drive of the day for? I think I'm hesitating between Jay Gullen and FDR Yuri, but I think Jay Gullen deserves it. As a tier 4 driver, pulling off that type of performance and from P10 to P2, it's a really good performance. So yes, for sure Jay Gullen gets the driver of the day. For anyone who wants to do interviews, just stay in the lobby so we can do the interviews there. So Ifni, Jake Gullen, and who was third actually? Wait, who was it? Was it Alfie? Okay. Can anyone help me? Who was third actually? I forgot. If anyone can help. Okay, thanks, Don Dutch. Okay. Yes. Ryan, are you there already or not? If you want to do interviews. Okay, I will ask around. Wait.
Hoe heette dat destructiebedrijf?
Wait, actually, I can do a PS party. Wait, yeah. I'm gonna do a PS party. That's easier to do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to sort it. Do I have them added actually? Wait.
Dus daar zien we dat in. Dat is het dakkapel-deel.
Ja, maar dat is ook het enige waar ik het hoor.
Ja, dat is het enige waar we het horen. En als wij overdag ook op zolder zitten,
Please guys, go into the call.
vaak meteen weer weg.
I've sent you an invite to it.
En dan hoor je ook nog wel eens wat tikken op de
I want to do that through there.
Maar je ziet op het dak ook niet, en dan hebben we daar steentjes liggen. Je ziet
For anyone who's joining in.
En normaal zou je denken.
Okay, there's Ryan. Okay.
Dan geschraapt wordt.
Thanks, Dimple. I appreciate that for sure. Don't know if Jagun or Formera or Ifni is going to join. Wait, where can I see him?
Sorry to interrupt, but there is a driver interview bit on the Discord. You could do it in there if they can't.
Yeah, but that's the problem. It's not shared. Party.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Take your time, Jagulan. I don't know if Nia is joining. Want to make sure if he is or not. Don't think he is. Looking in. Okay, then we're just going to wait on Jay Gooden if Nia isn't joining. So that's so good. Jay Gooden. Okay, Jay Gooden, are you still there, mate? Oh, there's Ifni. There he is. Okay, we're only waiting on Jay Gooden, mate. Then we're going to start. Are you able to join the PS party, Jay Gooden, or not? Okay, I sent you multiple invites to the PS party, but okay. It's PS. I will send you friend request first. There you go. Just accept it and then I will invite you to the party. There he is. Jigulan. Ah, there he is. Okay, we can go. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Former I. Welcome, mate. Great race performance there with your return to Tier 3 after last season and a pretty good race. You seem to be a bit struggling there, as you have said, no practice. So it was probably difficult for you to do this. But
Oh,
talk us through it.
it was absolute nightmare. I hated every second of that race, every second. So at qualifying, I was dumb. I didn't even check what the weather was for the race. So I was like, no, it's fine. I had all this stuff going in my head with not practicing and stuff like that. So I didn't look at the weather, and then it got into the race. I saw the rain. I was like, oh, we're cooked because I had an aggressive dry setup on, so I couldn't change my wings or anything for the wet track. And then we started, and I just saw Ifney and XD Storms just in a rocket ship just go away. I was like, wow. Like I was very impressed with Ifney today. Ifney's pace today and Storms was incredible.
Yeah, for sure. They were very quick, but still, with that 3 second time penalty, you did really good at the end. After that last safety car, you might be a bit pissed off when that happened.
I was very annoyed because at that point I was pushing Gullen. I was somewhat behind his read of his car, and then as soon as I got the 3 second, my focus on Gullen just disappeared, and I was more concerned about cars behind me, and I didn't know who had penalties, who didn't have penalties. So I didn't know I was going to finish. So I was just trying to push along as much as I could without fighting too much with Gullen and cooking my tyres too much when I got the 3 seconds. But luckily enough, my pace got me through it at the end.
Yes, very good performance, mate. Good return to Tier 3. Let's see when you will be racing again. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, say have a good day. Okay, then we have Jay Gullen, mate. Welcome. So, really strong performance, mate. You did really well. You did really well. I think from P10, I think to P2, and then also the driver of the day, and also being a Tier 4 driving and going onto the podium in Tier 3. Talk us through how it went for you. How did it feel? Yeah, I get that, but can you make sure and check maybe something with your settings? They can't hear you. Okay. Go to your party, to this party. Then to your party settings, I think. And then but I think there's wait. Oh shoot. No. I don't think they can. Can they? Can you hear Jay Gullen? I don't know where it is, that setting.
Your PlayStation settings. In your actual PlayStation screen, go to your settings, then go to audio. Then there should be an option in there where your voice can be shared from the party, and that just needs to be turned on for the people in the stream to hear.
I think it's something party though, not sound. But I don't know if they can. Is there anyone still in the chat that can tell us if they can hear Jay Gullen? Guys, can you hear Jay Gullen? I don't think anyone can. No, they can't. Okay. I think.
Oh no, I found it. If you go to the party settings, Bjorn was right. If you got your party settings, Gullen, if you go to the party that you're in, and then it should be 3 lines at the very top. If you click onto that, and then go onto voice chat settings, and then there's a option where it says share your voice. That should be on allow for your voice to be shared on broadcast.
Can you find it, mate? Oh, good. Take your time. Sorry that it takes a bit longer for all of you. Alfie, can you hear him now? Yeah, it's taking a bit, the delay. Yeah, I think it should. Just speak a bit. Maybe they can hear you. You need to. Oh wait. Okay. When you have your party voice chat settings, have you set share your voice? Is that on allow? Because I think that's the one. Okay. You found it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Alfie, can you hear him now? If you speak, Jiggling, just a bit, whatever it is. Wait, I can check for myself. I can. Wait. I can. Wait. Speak again. Wait. Speak again. It doesn't look to seem to be working. I don't know what it is, so sorry for that. I have no idea what's wrong then. Yeah, the only thing we could. Yeah, but Discord isn't working with PS. That doesn't share your voice on
Bjorn,
stream.
you could put your microphone to your headset, so then it's picking
I
up that
have my
audio.
microphone on my headset.
No, I mean like put your microphone up to your ear. Do you know where the sound's coming out of?
Oh yeah, that way. Oh,
Yeah.
isn't it like? Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, I could try. I think it's better than to just leave the party. I will join back. And then do it in the lobby. Okay, we're going there. Jiggle and then. If that's okay for you. Okay, we're going into the F1 lobby and then use it there. Think that's the best shot. So, wait. No, it isn't working. Sorry guys, it's not working like I want it to be. It's not going the way I want it. Okay. Hmm. Hello, Jake and try. Don't know if it's on stream. Wait, I will check. Just talk a bit. I will try. Just talk, buddy. A bit. Just talk, buddy. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working if you talk, Jiggling. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, it isn't working. My apologies.
Yeah, it isn't working.
Okay, whoa. Try to maybe sort with someone else, but I have no idea what it could be. If nie, so hopefully next time we will be able to do it. Apologies, Jacob. Is it working now? Yeah, I hear you again. Yeah. Okay, okay, sorry, that was a bit of a delay. Jacob, come back. So, there he is. You can put the stream off, mate. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me through PS now as well? Because I think that's the best way. Because I hear you. Yeah, I hear myself twice. Yeah, but that's... Can't you, like, here... Put the stream off and then so we can talk through this. Yes. Okay. Okay. Great race, mate. From P10 to P2 as a Tier 4 driver. How do you feel about that? Yeah, amazing race, buddy. Sorry for the background noise. It is what it is. Can't change it for now. But really good race, very strong performance. You were struggling to keep up with Ifni, although he had the front wing damage, but a really strong performance for you, mate. Should be proud of yourself. Okay, yeah. Have a good race in Tier 4, and hope to see you soon in Tier 3 maybe as well. Hey, have a good day. Okay, Efni, finally, sorry for that it took so long. Hope you're still there.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, there he is. So, the race winner from P6 to P1, how do you feel about that, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. Pace was strong today. Yeah, it was a good race overall, really.
Yeah, you were really strong. Unfortunately, of that front wing damage. How did that happen, though?
I'm not actually entirely sure what happened, to be honest. It was a safety car, and this Merc just came round and sideswiped me into the pit lane, so I don't really know what he was trying to do, but I don't want to go further into it, because there's some people in Discord that don't want me to say anything, because...
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it's a shame that happened. I was already wondering what happened into that, why you were cutting the pit lane entry, but that explains it a bit. You still got that win. Really good job, and let's hope you can continue on this. And
yeah, hopefully.
Have a good day, mate. And
cheers on you, mate.
Yes, see you later.
See ya.
Okay, guys, this was the race for Tier 3. Sorry for the delay of the interviews, but this was the race. It was me, Bjorn, today on comms, and thanks for joining in. See you guys later. Bye.